Hey everyone, RogueGold here, welcome back to the Division 2. It has been a pretty busy 24-hour news cycle. In case you missed any of it yesterday, we unfortunately learned that the Brooklyn DLC, the long-awaited new content for the game, has been delayed. That was then followed up this morning that a PTS for the update without the DLC is coming this Friday, along with a developer stream talking about the DLC delay, about the new stuff that is coming to the season is on the way tomorrow. I'll leave those links down in the description in case you want to check them out. However, the one piece of news that came out alongside all of these things that I think is being overlooked a little bit is the fact that the season timeline has been pushed up. The next season for the game is beginning in less than 1 month on Tuesday, February 25th. That was confirmed in this post right here that the game put out, where they say that yes, the next season is coming early, that being because the DLC is no longer coming with it. Why is this relevant? Well, it means that things have shifted around, right? Events that are on the current timeline in-game are no longer going to be coming out when they're saying. There's now going to be a shortened window to tackle the new Master difficulty with this season's modifiers, if that is an experience you are looking to do. You have a more limited amount of time now to complete the seasonal journey that is in-game right now for Year 6 Season 2. So there is just a lot of new considerations to take in mind given the news that we got yesterday, and in this video I want to quickly recap everything that you need to keep in mind for the final few weeks of this season of the game. So we'll get right into it. As we do, if you end up enjoying the video and you want to stay up to date on everything in the future for the Division 2, then I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button. We would love to have you around, but without further ado, let's go. Alright, so here we are in game, and this is where I want to go over a few of those important updates. Beginning with the seasonal calendar. No longer should you be trusting this timer right here, because if you go by this, it says the season ends in 7 weeks and 5 days. That would put it on March 25th. That is not accurate, because as announced yesterday, like we said, it is ending on February 25th, which would be 3 weeks, 5 days, and 14 hours. Additionally, that means that there are going to be some things changing on the event's timeline, right? Because while we are set to get Golden Bullet in 1 week and 5 days, which I would assume would still go through, Polarity Switch was supposed to be in 4 weeks, 5 days, and by that time, we will be in the next season of the game. That will no longer be happening. As far as when they're going to update these things, I presume that this coming Tuesday, next week, we will get either TU 22.3 or a maintenance that will change these things, because they have to do it server side, I believe, and they have to take the game down and put that in. So these things will likely get updated, but again, because the time is now much shortened, I wanted to give you all a good reminder, and good reason being, for the journey and the season pass, you have less time than we originally thought to complete these things. So whether you care about getting the Carmine mask from tier 7 of the journey there, whether you maybe bought the season pass and haven't fully got through all 100 tiers, these things will go away once February 25th arrives in just 3 weeks and 5 days. So yeah, whatever your goals or objectives might be for the remainder of the season, just keep in mind that we have less time left than we originally thought. Alright, now the other big component to this that I wanted to cover is the Manhunt Scouts. These are going to go forward as planned, right? We're still waiting on Scout 15 this coming Tuesday, and then the following one we get the final Scout 16. Completing that will then unlock the Climax mission and the Master difficulty version of it. So that all is still going to roll out as expected, but again, because the season now has less time overall, if you were trying to go through all of these scouts and get them done prior to the season ending, of course you have less time to do that now because the season is ending sooner than expected. Something else I wanted to point out though, because I think a lot of people will find this interesting information, obviously the devs have said that Master is best intended to be played with seasonal modifiers, but of course not everybody wants to do that. Well, according to this, unless they're going to change the calendar when they refresh this, which again I assume is going to happen next Tuesday, as of right now, Golden Bullet is going to unlock simultaneously to the new Master difficulty, and we have no indication or suggestion that you cannot pair this with that content. So again, unless we hear otherwise, it is going to be completely possible and viable to not only do Master difficulty with the seasonal modifiers if you want to do it that way. Again, they said that is the intended experience, but it looks like you're also going to be able to potentially jump in there with Golden Bullet as well, which could be, again, a good alternative if you have not farmed out some of those modifiers and made that progress. A few other quick notes I wanted to address with Master. I've been getting a lot of questions from people saying, well, because the season is shortened, are we only going to have 2 weeks now to do Master difficulty before it goes away? Now, I will say take this with a grain of salt because the devs have not outright confirmed this, but there is no indication that we've gotten that Master is going to be a thing exclusive to the specific season, right? What I mean by that is that once it unlocks for this season in 2 weeks' time, it'll then be around after the season is over indefinitely, just like a new legendary mission or a new difficulty they would unlock for something else. This is new content that they are permanently adding to the game, even though it is maybe going to be most beneficial to do it right at the end of the given season when that season's modifiers are still available. The devs have said that you do not have to use modifiers on this content, and therefore it makes complete sense that Master will stay around indefinitely, right, for the rest of the game's life. So don't worry too much about completing it before the season ends. If you don't have time, it'll be there for you to do in the future. The other kind of important thing to announce, and again, I will say take this with a grain of salt until it is officially announced on those communication channels that the devs have, but I've been informed that they have either changed their mind or they are just clarifying what they originally meant when they announced this on the dev streams back when closer to when the season launched. The new Provocator exotic that is coming with this season's climax mission, it was initially thought to be exclusive to Master difficulty, but in fact it sounds like it is going to be a guaranteed completion reward if you do choose to tackle Master. However, supposedly you will actually be able to farm the climax mission at lower difficulties and still have a chance to obtain this item. So there were a lot of people concerned that this is going to be again kind of locked to exclusive content like the Ouroboros or the raid exotics. It seems like that's not going to be the case, but again, wait for official confirmation on that, but that is what I've been told. Alright, well there you go folks, that should be just about everything that you need to know for the remainder of this season of The Division 2, given all of the shakeups and changes that have happened over the past 24 hours. The bottom line is get those objectives done that you want to do, whether it be the journey before it's gone, whether you want to prepare for Master difficulty so you can complete it within that 2-week window, whatever else you might have in mind, hopefully you now have the information to get it done in time. That said, any thoughts you have on what we went over in this video or questions about things that I didn't cover specifically, as always feel free to leave them down below and I will do my very best to respond and clear things up. That's going to do it for me today though folks. I will see you back bright and early tomorrow morning for the developer stream. Can't wait to hear what they say. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. RogueGold. Out.